Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play Legend of Legaia. I'll be your host Daveapow, and today we're actually going to get a new game started on this adventure, so let's get on to it. So, the reason I decided to choose this game, besides the fact that I have played it before, is that this was back when creators actually, tried something different and went with it, as you'll see with the combat system in here, which is actually very enjoyable. Now, I the way that I'm kind of thinking of doing this, instead of doing a whole lot of grinding, cutting out the grinding and making it super easy to go through the game, because who really wants to watch that? I mean, you may want some enjoyment watching, some deaths at bosses, seeing some struggles. So how I'm going to do it is, at the beginning, I'm going to get all of what is known as arts that I can learn, which you'll see later on in, within the beginning of this episode. And any actual encounter that I get as I am heading to the next boss, I will fight, and that'll be it. If I die to a boss, then I will grind out one extra level for each person in my party and then go and attempt the boss again that way. I find it will be more enjoyable that way, because normally when I play, games with levels and stuff, I actually grind out much more than what you're supposed to at that time. And it makes the game extremely easy, and I don't think that'd make such a very good let's play. So that's kind of what I want to do on this and any future let's plays that I do that contain a leveling system. So right now, just going through kind of like the backstory of the game. If you want to go through and read it, you can, or, if you just want to listen to me talk, that's all good too. So, one of the biggest things is probably going to be character naming, because I am definitely not going to use the standard generic names for these people, but I am definitely going to try and make up something that may be funny, to some people. So, if it makes you laugh, that's going to be a win on my book. So, some other games that I'm also going to be planning on playing as well, to just start off my channel, so you can tell it's kind of new, will be more towards retro PlayStation games at the moment. Just because developers were more into trying to develop storylines, trying to develop gameplay, than they were trying to make like the most amazing graphics as they possibly could. And, that's where I think some of the quality got dropped, with these current games, where it's you beat the game within 2 days of starting it, and where's the fun with that? So, just an FYI, I am playing this on an emulator. I do have it on console, but just recording and getting things through, I think it'd be much, much easier on an emulator. So, recording directly from my PC, and hey, might as well make things easy. So, here with the first character, gotta name him, and we've got eight characters we can use in total. So, let's see here. I think I'm gonna peg this guy as a Steven. He looks kind of like a Steven to me. Alright. Yes, that name is okay. So, let's get started here. Just gonna be, wandering around a bit. Went around the village, trying to find people. Trying to get this adventure going. Ah, a dead-looking tree. Something blissful about it. Ah, the village elder.
Steven, I knew you would be here.
Yep.
The mysterious Genesis tree. This is a soothing place. You always liked this tree. Tomorrow you will become a hunter, an adult. Were you praying for a successful hunt?
You know what? Nah, who prays for successful hunts? Pray for more important things like love lives and such. No.
Oh, I was wrong. Perhaps you're praying for the safe return of the hunters who are out now.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Steven, I thought I would come here to cheer you up.
Yeah, sure. I'd buy that.
But I guess that wasn't necessary. You'll be a fine hunter.
No, sure as I will be. All right, old man. We got some things to do, some people to see. Got a little girl here, loves trees. Yeah, bring you back a souvenir. Sure, why not? A panoramic? Nah. All right. So go around. Oh. Aw. And cue the love interest. Steven, I was looking for you. So you were praying at the Genesis tree. It's about the hunting clothes for you to wear tomorrow. You know what? What hunting clothes? Because, I definitely wasn't part of this. You're terrible. I can't believe you've forgotten. Yeah, well, clothes was the last thing on my mind, You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may have gone through some trouble, but, yeah, I'm sorry, or I was just joking. You know what? I don't feel like apologizing. Yeah, well, mean jokes, whatever. Aw, poor baby. I'm almost finished, but I have to check some of the measurements. Yeah. Measure me one more time. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, she's gonna be at my house waiting for me. Decide to take a second glance, huh? Alright. I'll also, be going around and kind of exploring, just trying to pick up any item chests, get useful stuff, since that's kind of part about these old RPGs, going around exploring an entire area so that you can get all the items that you need. And one other thing that's kind of interesting about this is in battle, you actually get to see, changes in the color palettes for the clothes you wear to match like what gear you actually equipped. And same with the weapons. You equip better and new weapons, and they actually show up in battle, which kind of is a staple of RPGs, but still something that I find kind of interesting, especially seeing as most games don't change, or back in this time didn't change the visual effects of how you looked in battle. So that's always a plus in my book. Oh yeah, getting late. I was only going around, trying to rob people, seeing if I could find some money or items in drawers and such. Maybe some other stuff. So I was kind of planning on reading this, but I also don't really want to kind of try and make up voices for all these people. See, for a little girl, she's pretty perceptive, and that explained why May over here would want to take some extra measurements, if you know what she means. Turn red and blushing. Yep, you kind of knew it. You kind of knew it. Yeah, sounds about right, you know. Oh, little girl trying to get her to take my measurements. You know, that seems. Oh, gotten bigger, huh? You know, yeah, boys do grow. You know, it's a natural occurrence when you're around lady folk. Yeah, getting that last glance again. You know, kind of typical. Oh, hands are full. Oh, well, I haven't thanked her properly yet. That's for later tonight. Alright. Yep. Go through. Oh, look at here. And child. So this guy is gonna. Let's see here. Tell me. I want to practice with you. You know what? He's gonna help me out with battle techniques. And actually, something interesting about this fight is that using the old Game Shark, you can actually beat him, but you can't exactly. You can't you can't continue on because it just freezes at that point. It's like, huh, what? You know, just something little interesting for you guys to know. So here, just kind of learning the basics of fighting, you know, using items, using attacks. You know, next, it's going to show us how to use Spirit, which, cool thing about Spirit is, as you can see, builds up my AP, increases my attack gauge, and it kind of works as a defensive feature. So, command, you know, wants me to use high, low, high, and as you can see, you know, you get to select kind of where you want to attack the enemies, and it'll actually affect certain ones. You know, flying enemies, if you do a low attack, the low attack will actually miss them. So that's actually kind of something pretty cool about this game. So I can, at most, I can use up to 4 actual attacks, and as you can see, this is what I was talking about, arts, special attacks that you'll actually be able to learn, and it'll keep a gauge of this as well. Or not so much a gauge, but a list, so you can actually go back and see all of the ones that you've actually learned. So, you know, something kind of interesting. So, all I really wanted to do was, you know, learn the secrets of fighting from him. And, you know, people coming back from hunting. So, good news. And yeah, spoilers, I do have a list of all the arts up because, you know, going through trying to learn them all, as I said, trying out every possible combination isn't necessarily that difficult, but at the same time, I don't want to be grinding a whole lot so that it becomes more interesting and I gotta actually, you know, strategize more when I'm fighting. Because the game actually, even if you grind up to a certain extent, there are bosses that they'll mess you up. And it's no joke. Oh, poor May, whatever. Such a sad day. All those people, and it was her father that had to be killed. Poor guy. So sad. Denial. Poor girl. Not exactly sorry for her, though. No. She's just a minor character. Yep. So, yeah, everybody hates the mist. But calm down considerably. No, I want to stay with I want to help her feel better, if you know what I mean. Aww. Poor girl. So sad. So sad. So yeah, even still, it's been a while since I played this game. So... yeah. Yeah. So this will actually proct continuing into the game. And that's when disaster strikes. Sleeping so soundly. He's got to get rubbed on the butt just to wake up. Pounding sounds don't really do it. Will you take a look for me? Yeah, he's too scared. That's a good son. Yeah, lazy ass bastard. But whatever. Oh, sounded even louder. Oh, something really wants in. Oh no! Cue bad guy. Obviously, he's gotta talk that shit. And you know what? Aw, poor guy. Didn't really work. Zito. Ah, yes. Oh yeah, and also cutscenes. As you see, you know, for PlayStation 1, these really aren't that bad. You know, it's obviously no Last of Us, but hey, you know, like I said, this was back when people cared for the quality of their games, you know, as for gameplay and stuff. And as you can see, you know, the combat system, it's been only used one other time that I saw, and that was for a not so much of a sequel, but Legaia 2 Dual Saga, which is about as much of a sequel to this game as Final Fantasy 1 is, well, Final Fantasy 2 is a sequel to Final Fantasy 1. You know, it's the combat system and item names is probably the only thing that's the same. So, getting into the first fight, you know, one cool thing to note, there are some enemies, as you can see, it had a little like element symbol next to it, and that means you could actually have a chance to acquire it later on, you know, as some form of like a summon. But we can't exactly do that yet, so, you know, it's gonna go around and learn some new arts. You know, it wasn't quite enough to kill it. So, your AP, you can build it up two ways. Either by using your spirit, or by, you know, each individual hit that you do. Alright, so... as you may have noticed, that was the very first combo that I used, but because I wasn't far enough in the tutorial, it didn't let me use it. learn it. So, as you see, these guys, they're kind of tough, They don't die. They don't die too easy. Oh shit! I messed that up. I definitely wasn't paying attention, and I'm taking the hit for that. So let's go ahead, kill this guy, hopefully. Yep. Well, so even if it does that, that doesn't guarantee, the animation that the enemy is dead. Because sometimes they'll actually slowly get up and they'll kind of let you know they're in a critical state. You'll actually know that you're close to beating the enemy. So this is actually all the time that I have for this episode. So it was fun, and I'll see you guys next time on Daveapow Plays Legend of Legaia.